In this video, we'll review job search techniques that very well may help you land successful career employment. We will look at some basic, but very valuable, job interview strategies for handling stumbling blocks you may encounter while in the job interview itself, or how you can avoid them altogether or minimize any negative impact they may have. Since the job interview is a source of your key interaction with a potential employer, you want the transaction to present you as a knowledgeable, professional, engaging job seeker who will enhance their company if hired. You may control that outcome by heeding the job interview techniques outlined below.
Job interviews are stressful for a number of good reasons. Typically, you only have one opportunity to impress a potential employer. Often it's an interview which may only last 30 minutes to an hour, in which time you must effectively present your qualifications, express professionalism, and show your desire for the particular job. It is imperative that you appear competent, intelligent, professional, and well-spoken. It is a hard and fast rule of job hunting that the job seeker should prepare answers to any and all anticipated questions well before the interview. The success of your interview may well depend on how prepared you are to answer these questions in a competent and professional manner. It is most effective if you physically write out the important points you will cover as you respond to these questions.
But what many candidates do not consider, however, is to rehearse the actual delivery of those answers. The kind of presentation you make will impress the interviewer, for good or ill, as much, if not more so, than the content of your response. Therefore, it is helpful for you to practice answering these questions out loud, in front of a mirror, and, more importantly, with another person, whether it be your spouse, a close friend, or your professional mentor. No matter how prepared you may be intellectually to answer these inquiries, you will be much more confident if the interview is not the first time the words have come out of your mouth.
When the interviewer has asked a question and the ball is in your court, you may feel a strong desire to respond immediately. If you are not prepared for the question, you may begin speaking with no clear idea what you are going to say. In moments like this, most people will revert to everyday verbal stalling tactics, such as using phrases like, you know, or the dreaded, use of verbal filler will mark you immediately as unprofessional and easily thrown. Take a few seconds to collect your thoughts and frame an answer. Interviewers appreciate a deliberate silence much more than hemming and hawing. This will indicate to the interviewer that you are deliberate and thoughtful, and that you only speak when you have something to say. This is an issue that applies to many people, and it deserves your attention. Even if you think you understand, it may take some practice under actual interview circumstances before you are able to master being comfortable with creating a pause in the conversation. Even so, it's a central concept to use, as it will give you a more equal footing with the interviewer, whether you realize it or not.
You also don't need to use jargon to sound knowledgeable in an interview. In the first place, not everyone is necessarily familiar with the jargon you may use. And, in the second place, most interviewers consider anyone who uses obvious industry speak as someone who is trying to baffle them with BS. You will make a much better impression if you choose your words and phrase your answers so that anyone can appreciate the value of your skills and accomplishments. Speak simply and coherently, and your experience will speak for itself.
Don't ever use slang in an interview. Speak to the interviewer like he or she is your boss. You should always appear polished, professional, and respectful. Use of slang may make the interviewer feel that you are becoming too familiar and may not respect their position and authority. Even if this is true, it's unwise to sabotage your chances of getting the job by using slang. And never use profanity in a job interview. Profanity suggests a fundamental lack of respect and is simply inappropriate.
Always allow interviewers to complete their question before giving a response. From the standpoint of good manners, it is rude to interrupt someone while they're speaking. Also, you may end up answering the wrong question if you do not listen carefully to all that's being asked of you.
I read these key job interview strategies, they are valuable. I rely on them daily, and they have, in the past, made the difference between whether the job seekers I've represented as an executive recruiter got their second interview or even the job offer itself. I insist my key job candidates learn these job interview techniques before I confirm any job interview on their behalf. It may sound demanding, but if you apply these job interview tips to your own job search, you may find that you too may benefit from their plain speaking wisdom. Best of luck in your job search.